Hello everyone, this is Flytampa 33 coming at you with another, I keep saying another, I've done this like 4 times because Fraps keeps like crashing on me. Hopefully this time it'll do better, but hello everyone, this is Flytampa 33 coming at you with something new. You're looking at FSX, not X-Plane, which is a big advancement for me. I've always wanted to do that, move up from X-Plane to FSX, because in my opinion, X-Plane sucks. I mean, it really does for me. The flaps don't really work on landing. For me anyway. The sceneries keep crashing, especially for X-Plane 10. It's kind of stupid. I don't really like X-Plane 10. If you don't know like what you're doing and you just want to fly to places, like without the FMC, without like autopilot, just like fly around VFR, it's not really a good thing. FSX is for the people who want to fly around but learn at the same time. FSX is for the people who just want to play around. And I wanted to kind of learn and travel the world. And X-Plane didn't really offer that because X-Plane sceneries were kind of limited to like United States. And even so, they didn't really have any good United States sceneries because I use X-Plane 9. I didn't really like X-Plane 10. It always lagged on my computer. And that wasn't well because this recorder always was in like not even 420p. Quality, so it was horrible. You could see that in my old X-Plane 10 flights. Hopefully this will be a big advancement. We're in FSX today, which is amazing. I've had FSX for quite a while now, and it's been working like a charm. Frame rate was sucking a little bit, however, that was the only problem that kept me from making videos for this long. But yeah, I fixed that. I watched a few videos out there on how to make your FSX perfect on a office computer, which is it really helped. My FPS is amazing. It's much better than what it used to be. It's good enough to record now. As you can see, it's 12, but that's a lot to me because I run Windows on my Mac. I have a system called Boot Camp, which allows you to run both Mac and Windows at the same time. And it's amazing. I really enjoy it. It allows me to do things that you can't do on a Mac, such as do FSX, which really helps a lot. So yeah, thank you Boot Camp for allowing this to be possible. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So, onto the flight thing that I was talking about earlier. We are Frontier Flight 1236 would now stop service from Seattle down over to Chicago. Now the way I'm going to do these flights is I'm basically going to use your suggestions. So you guys, I want you to leave suggestions in the comment section below about where you want me to fly, in what airline and in what aircraft, and please make it realistic. Like make it like I can look it up, like on Flight Stats or Flight Aware or something like that. So yeah, I found this flight on Flight Stats, and sadly I don't get none of the FS Dream Team airports work except for Chicago, so I just chose that one. And Flight Beam doesn't really work either. I wanted to fly out of San Francisco, but it hates me. And GSX doesn't work at San Francisco, which sucks, but oh well, stuff happens. So yeah, let's get started. I'm really excited for this. Let's get started. So everyone, welcome to the flight deck of the beautiful Aerosoft A320. This is our plane that we're flying today. It's a beautiful aircraft. It's very well, I mean, it's not too complicated, but it's not too easy as well. So you still have to push buttons, you still have to do checklists. I really like it. It's not as complicated as PMDG software, but it's still kind of complicated. And it takes a while to getting used to, especially the MCDUs, what they call them here. Now, so FSX will stop nagging, well GSX will stop nagging me, which is, by the way, my ground equipment. I'm going to shut the doors for the catering so they can get away. And yeah, first things first, let's go ahead and get started so fuel pumps can come on. That's a major thing. You can't fly without fuel. If you can come on, so we can ditch the external power. Lights, we don't need them. Seatbelt signs that can stay off, we're not boarding yet. ADIRSs can stay aligned. Yeah, I set it to the turnaround. I set it to here, so it's ready for me, all this stuff. I went to the aircraft state and I said turnaround state, and then this was all ready for me. I still have to do stuff, but not much. So let's go back. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and request boarding now from good old GSX. You can hear the passengers now boarding. It's awesome. I really like GSX. As you can see, we are at the taxi to gate, or Flytampa, or whatever you want to call it, Seattle Airport. And unfortunately, it's an older version, and the gates are static, so they don't really work. However, I did tell GSX that there are gates here, and it's kind of awkward because the door is open. You're just going to peek outside. Okay, you can't do that. Anyway, the door's open, there's no gate attached, and as you can see, the pushback car is just stuck in the gate. Just like that, the passengers are on, which was kind of fast, but not a lot of people fly Frontier, which I don't blame them. Because this flight in real life was delayed for like an hour and 3 minutes, which was horrible. This flight departs at 11:10, by the way, and just like in real life, we're behind. Actually, we're 3 minutes. We still have 3 minutes to go, and I doubt we'll get this plane ready in 3 minutes, so overhead panel is done. Now let's go down to the FMCs, or MCDUs, whatever you want to call them. So we'll go to the init reference page. I do have a co-route planned by good old PFPX, which is a flight planning thing made by Aerosoft, which works amazingly. So we're going to go from Seattle, which is Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha, to Kilo Oscar Romeo Delta, and for some reason they put a 01 at the end, but it's fine. And it goes in there, and our alternate today is Midway. I believe that's the ICAO code for it. Okay, it does not exist. Look, I'm an idiot, so I'm going to open up PFPX now. There's the sound going away from me opening PFPX. Midway is MGW. I just offended all the people who use Midway, or love Midway. Here we go. Flight number, we are FFT, Foxtrot Tango, which is the IATA code for Frontier. No, it's the ICAO code for Frontier. Where's the F? FFT. As you can see, I am pretty good, but I'm not a professional. Like, there are things I don't really use. Like on the PNBGs, I don't really use the VNAV, which if you don't understand a word I'm saying about like VNAV and LNAV and stuff like that, I'll make a video soon. If one of you recommends the PMDG aircraft, I'll make a video and I'll explain it all. Cost index, which is how much fuel the aircraft uses, is 90. It doesn't really matter. It depends on the airline, and I couldn't find one for Frontier, so I just put in 90 for all my flights. Cruising altitude is flight level 310. The length of today's flight is 4 hours and 20 minutes, I think, something like that. So we can go to performance now that that's in. We could do runway 1. I mean, not runway 1, we're going to use flaps 2. And trim of up 0.8, and we have all our V speeds, so I'm going to put them in the little thing. So what is it? 137. Here's the auto throttle. You put them in like this. Bada bing, bada boom. You got it done. So we're going to set the trim now. You have to do a little bit up here. There you go, right there. That's good. Next phase. Don't worry about this. It's not important for me. Let's see if GSX is done yet. GSX is done boarding us, so we can get out of here. Nope, just about. Let's see him loading the bags on. It's really nice GSX. It's decent cost as well, like 20 bucks or something like that for this awesome software. Oh, one important thing that we need to do is take departure. So they don't have the departure program right away. You have to program it yourself. Now we're going to tune on the Seattle ATIS to see what runway they are using for takeoff, which is the default FSX stuff. Alrighty, so these three, 16 center, 16 left, 16 right. So I am going to do some little bit of research, and I'll get back to you. Alright everyone, I'm back, and I did my research, I checked my charts, and 16 right is the most suitable, 16 left is the most suitable runway for us. It's just the closest. And we're at A6, which is the real gate that they took off from, the real flight. And 26 right, 26 left is all the way down there. Goody. So yeah, it's going to be a long taxi. I'll edit it though, don't worry. So you won't have to be tortured. So 16 left. Gonna do the Suma, apparently. Suma departure, Suma 7. Departure and no transition. Perfect. And we'll do the arrival once we're in the air. Yeah, BKE, once we hit BKE, we'll do the arrival. So yeah, the flight plan looks good. Just gonna do some checking. Make sure there's no idiotic mistakes made by yours truly. No, I don't see any, so looks like we're good to go on that behalf. I think boarding's done. Go ahead and check. Yeah, I think boarding's done. So we're gonna go ahead and shut all the doors. Gonna remove the ground equipment. Oh, we can get rid of the external because we already have the APU on.
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard.
Thank you, flight attendant. Yeah, I have FS2 crew installed. Basically, it's like a little software that works with PMDG's aircraft and Aerosoft aircraft. That basically functions with it. Gives you flight attendants, and you can add a co-pilot if you want. All he does is cough. The flight attendant. So not flight attendant, the first officer. So it's kind of irrelevant, but it's fine. So yeah, we're ready to go. Everything's set and planned. APU bleed we can turn on now. It's kind of important to get the engines up. If you hear that little like Microsoft click noise, it's the EasyDock thing. If you don't know what EasyDock is, it's a software that's used to use the camera. So these camera angles that I'm flicking through, I set up using the EasyDock. So pushback and departure. Let's do over here. So that would be right. That would be left and inverted. So yeah, there you go. All right, here we go. So here's little GSX coming along. Get in on this. Oh, it's the cool one that lifts you off the ground. There he is, our good old marshaller. Watch him do his thing. I don't know why it's floating like that, like it's hovering upward. I'll fix it in the next video if I do the Airbus again.
Departure check completed. Flight has been inserted. Release parking brakes released.
Just adjusting my chair. Alrighty, here we go. Let the pushback begin. Nice little wing view. Oh, I need to set the beacon light, which is kind of important. Beacon light can come on. Smoking lights. Turn off the storm light. Yeah, this is much better. Got the seatbelt sign, which was also kind of important, but it's Frontier. You can mess up whatever you want. You'll get fired. You don't get paid much though, so it's not much of a sacrifice. Like dissing Frontier left and right now. See a bit of the cabin. Oh, you can see a lot of the cabin now. Just fix that. It's fine. Just don't look at it. Alright, we can start the engines now. Alright, so we can turn the ignition switch to start, and we can start engine numero dos. I'm looking the wrong way. Go. Engine number 1 is coming up. You can see it there. FSX massive freeze. Oh god. There we go. Sorry about that. Parking brake set, and engine number 1 can come on now. Let's get an outside view of this. There we go. Nice. Yeah, this scenery is so old. You still have the Northwest stuff on the South Terminal. Ah, they good old D's.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected.
There goes tow truck.
Main removed.
Yeah, unfortunately I had to get rid of all my AI traffic to make this FSX FPS. Oh, never mind. There goes someone. I have no idea what he is. It's Horizon. That's the only traffic you'll see in this video. Yeah, I'm trying to limit it to as little as possible.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alrighty, so we can go ahead and do the. We can go ahead and set up. So TCAS can come on, which is very important. TCAS on. Land turnoffs and taxi can come on, and APU can come off. Perfecto. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Are we clear to go? Alright, we're clear to go. Thank you, GSX man. So, while we're taxiing, parking brakes need to release, that's kind of important, and the ignition switch, I keep forgetting to do this. Back to normal. Nice. So I guess while we're beginning the taxi, I guess I could talk to you about the stuff I had to do this. I got a lot of add-ons. I have EasyDock. I have both the PMDG planes. What's this? I have both PMDG 777 and PMDG 737. Trying to get a tail view of this. One more. There we go. So I got both PMDG planes, the 737 and the 777. I also have the Aerosoft A320, as you can see, the A321, the A319, and the A318. All good. So I'm only going to do flights with those planes. I'm not going to do it with the 757s, I'm sorry, because Quality Wings 757 doesn't work on my thing, on my simulator. Trust me, I've tried. And it just doesn't like me, so I'm not using it. And what else? I'm not going to use, I might use the iFly 747. I think it looks good. Has all the stuff I need. It looks like the PMDG 777, which is awesome, so I might use that. But anything else like 727 or DC-8, DC-9, some paid plane that you found, I'm not going to use it. Just just recommend routes with the 777, 737, and the A320 family, which covers like a wide range. The 737 is the most commonly used aircraft in the world. 777 is a pretty commonly used wide-body aircraft. So is the 747, and the A320 is pretty popular as well. So yeah, it's nice. So I believe that the runway is down there. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. So, hello, I'm back. Welcome back. So we're just approaching the threshold of runway 16 left, and so far so good. Everything looks good to go. The only thing that we'll need to worry about, man, I'm getting like 0 FPS looking this way, but if I look this way, even worse. Oh well, it'll get better once we're in the air, so just like everything else. So yeah, let's go ahead and throttle up a little bit just to get on track. Once more, we can pull this up to standard, actually. I don't really use the number altimeters. So yeah, I think everything for takeoff is done. I did the checklist already. I set the auto brake to max, and I did the takeoff configuration. I did set the flaps. If those of you were yelling at me to set the flaps, I did while we were taxiing, because I'm an idiot. So yeah, we can go ahead and turn on the landing lights now, the strobes, and the wing lights can come on now. Look at that, everything's illuminated. So we're going to be turning onto the runway now. Just a warning, that lady that comes up on FSX, it says like approaching 06 bright, you know, something like that, or approaching, like, you know, something like that. I have her activated, and I'm not sure if it's just like a simulator thing or they have her in real life too.
16 left.
Like her. I don't know if they have her in real life. I'm guessing they do, because I heard of a crash in Taiwan of a Singapore Airlines plane that took off on the wrong runway. I heard that this was made mandatory.
On runway 16 left.
Anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's get out of here. So, full throttle, toga. Watch the speed come up. We got a V1 speed of 126, and we'll figure out the rotate speed from there. Getting freezing. Never a good sign. There we go. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Put the speed up now, because I think I have auto throttle activated. Some nice views. Sorry about the crappy frames. I don't know what's wrong with this. I think it's the airport. Well, it's fine. It'll get better, trust me. Alrighty. So, once we hit 2,000 feet, I'm going to put up the flaps. And the autopilot can come on. So, oh, I forgot to start the clock. Might as well do that now. Right. Clock started. We are? She knows what's up. We're not landing, miss. Should tell her that, but that'd leave all the fun out of it. And plus, it's amazing that they know it's nighttime. I find that incredible. Like, all the editing that went in. Anyway, flaps are up. Speed we can increase now to 200 something knots. 200 anything. I'm gonna go up to 260. Maybe 280. I like to do this manually. I know there's like systems that you push that in and it'll do it for you, but I like doing it manually. Alright, we're gonna set the climb speed, turn on the autopilot, and set our cruising altitude since we're approaching our transition. What did I say it was? 30,000 feet or 31,000? 31,000. Yeah, I got mixed up. I could have sworn it was 31,000, but oh well. Maybe not. I put the vertical speed up to 2,000 feet a minute. Everything looks good from here on out. I'm gonna put this out a little bit. Man, these frames. Thought we'd be good. I'm guessing it's just the cockpit or something. They get better if we looked outside, which they kind of do. Going through the clouds now. Nice. I believe that's Boeing Field over there. Or at least somewhere around here there's Boeing Field. Got your crappy outdoor view because of the stupid frames. Got 3 frames per second there. Already making a right hand turn. I really hope these frames increase, or I'm not one of those like crappy YouTubers who make frames with like 2 frames per second on like their potato computer. The reason I said I ran Windows on a Mac, oh here we go, is because Mac can't handle Windows like Windows games, Windows apps, Windows anything, so it overheats really easily. The frames per second are really crappy, just like an FSX. I tried it in Minecraft, it's even worse. So yeah, I just live with it though. I tried to make it the settings as horrible as possible, not as horrible, like as dull as possible to get the best frames per second. It's not working. It's probably because of fraps, but that's just a theory. 1 frame per second. And what's happening? Okay. I'm back in the cockpit. Something weird was happening. Yeah, the plane was shaking. Oh well. It's not happening no more. Anyway, so I'll see you guys at the cruise. Alrighty everyone, so we are beginning our descent into Chicago. I already set the parameters. We're descending to 5,000 feet at 1,000 feet per minute. And we will be... Sorry. And I already did the calculations on what runway we're going to land on. According to the winds that are currently at that airport, we will be landing on runway 14 right with the Bulls Z3 arrival. And I don't think there's any transitions. I don't use them that much. Let's check that out. Seems legit. Just straight in, straight out. As you can see, we start off course for some reason. It's fixing it now. Descend quicker with the speed brakes on. Alright, there we go. And seatbelt sights are on. There's your flight attendant. And yeah, prepare for our beautiful arrival at sunrise too, into Chicago, if the game doesn't crash. Thank you. Thank you. So this is pushing forward, and when I looked it up, it said it was going to push us, give us a headwind rather than a tailwind, but it's fine. We'll always make do with a tailwind. Put in that, we don't need it. You can turn on course now. I keep getting it all mixed up. I keep thinking this is the center one, this is the real center. So you can hear the trim, auto trim, I suppose, if you want to call it that. Got some floating houses down there, which is never good, but who cares? We're 1,000 feet for some reason, but it's apparently good enough for the airport. Descend a little bit more. Push the plane a little bit down. I think my problem was because I disconnected the
right.
There you go. Apparently the problem was the last time the auto throttle. I disconnected it too early. I think that was my problem. So then it didn't have enough speed. There we go. Oh please, don't freeze now. Alrighty, so here we go. Let's get our two pappies, two white pappies, instead of one white one. There we go. We got our two pappies. Don't increase anymore. We're a bit too high. Auto throttle's coming off. I am in control of the engines.
$200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Oh, that was a bit harsh. We'll put in the reversers. Slow down. Alright, manual braking. Turn on the next rapid exit. But before I do that, I'm sorry about this, I'm sorry. I have to do this. Basically what I do with my yoke is I use the x-axis to both use the rudder and... Oh, we're too fast for that. For both the rudder and the ailerons. So yeah, I have to switch back and forth for when I'm flying, when I'm landing. So expect that a lot to happen, like I need to change them. Alrighty, perfect. Nice outdoor view for those of you who care. Now let's see where the heck we are, because I have no clue. So it seems we're next to the United terminal. Now Frontier uses the L terminal, I believe. Yeah, the L concourse. And actually, no, we're not at the United. United's over there. This is like where Delta goes. Delta and like some other airlines. Northwest and used to go there. Anyway. So yeah. Let's get in the cockpit again so we can start cleaning up. So that was a good flight, actually. The landing was a bit harder than I wanted it to be, but that's what you get for asking. Wings and strobes can come off. APU can come on. LS can come off. Flight directors can come off. And yeah, that was a good flight. Nice 3-hour and 30-minute flight. That was quite faster than I expected it. Flights in the Airbus are always faster. I just flew a flight on my own from Doha and Qatar to Abu Dhabi. That should have taken like 57 minutes. It only took me 30 minutes from takeoff to touchdown, which was quite interesting. I don't understand that, but hey, it's a simulator. What do you want it to do, huh? So yeah, we're gonna turn onto here. Not am able to do it because of the scenery is not working. But as I said, Flightbeam San Francisco works. I'm not sure about other Flightbeam sceneries, but just keep in mind there's going to be no GSX in that video. New York, I found my replacement. It's that Polish company, Dworki Design or something like that. Hold on a second, I need to check this. See where I'm parked behind. I have a lot more to go. Dworki Design, New York. It's pretty good. They made like LaGuardia and all the executive airports like Teterboro and JFK. I use that. I don't use FS Dream Team. So yeah, and boom, there we go. What happened? I'm confused. Alright, there we go. Alright, parking, brakes are set, engines can come off. So can all the lights. There you have the dog barks, the nice little dog barks. Beacon can come off, nav lights can stay on. And we can turn on the storm light now, as well as the APU bleed, turn off all the fuel pumps. Oh, that's, seatbelt signs are off. And yeah, let's see if we can get the jetway over. Oh, it does! Nice! Nice. So, that was a nice flight. Nice, long flight to begin the series. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I did. I really liked it. It was really fun to do this. Thank you all for watching. By the way, if you watched the whole thing, I doubt anyone did. But if you did, welcome to the end. Thank you for watching. So yeah, name whatever flight you want me to do in the description. Remember, it has to be a flight compatible with the 777, both 200 and 300, a 737 of all variants, 800, 700, 900, 600, and the A320, the whole A320 family. So the A320, A321, A319, and A318. So yeah, I could do any flight of that sort. I just need to check if it'll lag though, because I tried to do a flight earlier with a 777 from Amsterdam to Rio, and that was horrible because of the FPS issue. Hopefully it works now with my new settings, because where'd the gate go? Because previously the settings didn't work. Because previously I didn't have the settings activated, so maybe it's different, maybe it's not, who knows. So thank you all for watching this video, by the way. Hope you've enjoyed it. This was Frontier Flight 1236, and the sun should be just rising over there. Just turn around and take a look. The sun should be just rising over there. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.